Howdy folks, how are y'all doing? My name is Reese, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XVI, where today we are leaving the charming little Golden Stables Martha's Rest region. I'm sure it has a name that's probably on the screen right now. Probably just Martha's Rest. And we're heading up first to the the greenery pastures to go beast against beast, and then we're going to continue the main adventure with holding on. What are we holding on to? What are we holding on to, Sam? I don't know. I can't remember what he says. I have this really nice artistic... Hold on, how am I doing in terms of potions? Probably fine. We don't need to worry about it. I don't remember using any, so I think we're probably alright. Should we have a chat with the old feller who did rebuild the bridge? Just see how he's doing real quick before we go on our way?
I use good solid lumber. It's the base on the other side you want to be careful of.
Thank you, Bernard. I'm gonna be super careful, I promise you.
Light, it's spread even further south, pushing yet more monsters down with it. I dare say we'll be seeing a few along the way.
Hopefully so.
Have to keep our wits about us.
Absolutely we will. I mean, first thing we need to do is completely diverge from the path to pick up whatever the heck this is. And then I guess we're just going to fight everything that moves, because that tends to be what we do. What we got to do is we got to use up all of our good, like, potions and everything en route to the actual quest, so that when we get there, we'll be completely unprepared for whatever the boss of this region is going to end up being. Look, we've got living plants and everything. Completely forgot what I was talking about when we came down this way. I have no clue anymore. Like, that, whatever that conversation was, it's just gone now, and it's never coming back. We're just going to have to accept that and carry on. Talking about something. I can't remember what, though. What were we saying when we were in town? Something about side quests, maybe? Yeah, I genuinely don't remember. Hey, look at this. We can do a big fire attack. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Lovely. Alright, come along, wolf boy. Whoa. Okay, we got another big turtle. These guys wrecked me once before. I'm not sure if I'm ready to fight another one. Should we go ahead and, like, just potion up? There's no reason to just not go ahead and take the potion. It's not like we're gonna find... the missing health anywhere else. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and fight the tortoise. I don't care. I have a question. When a monster does a magic attack, does that mean the monster is a bearer? Like, how does that... How do the rules work about that, you know? That stomp is, like, useless. I don't know why we have it. It seemed like it might be interesting when we got it, and it just... Actually, I don't think that's true. I put off getting it for a while because it didn't seem like it would be useful. And so far, I've got to say that has been accurate. Stupid fat turtle. In my mind, when I was about to say that, it was going to have a Gollum accent. You know, like when he says, "Stupid fat hobbits." And then for some reason, I just said it without the Gollum voice. I don't know why. In my head, it was going to be, "Stupid fat tortoise." And then I actually said it, and there was no Gollum voice. I can't explain it. It's like my brain made a decision, and my actual vocal cord said, "Not today." No, I can't be bothered going along with your silly little ideas. I'm not going to I'm not going to abide by your wishes, brain. You're on your own on this one. You're just gonna say "stupid fat turtle" randomly in a normal voice. And look like a fool. And I did. I did. I feel like... You know what? Hold on. Okay, so with that guy defeated, I'm wondering if we finally have what we need to get... No! Yes! We absolutely do! Should we go ahead and get this then? Summon a tornado that slowly... Yeah, that seems like it's going to be super overpowered. And absolutely incredible. So where do I put that? Does that replace this, or does that replace one of these? I actually don't know. Okay, so it obviously replaces one of these. So this is the one there where we go crazy claw mode. I want to keep that one. We'll replace this one then with aerial blast. Is that the summon a tornado that slowly hunts down? Yes. And then I'm immediately ready to give that a try. So it's also ready to go. And that's going to be up at the top there. Okay. Should we... I mean, I want to test it on more than one enemy. Because I feel like it's one of those things that's going to be... Yeah, here we go. This will be perfect. Oh, wow, look at that. Oh, it looks cool. Oh, that's fantastic. It's not... I mean, how long does it go for? It's going to be what determines aerial blast times 40. Oh, it's completely taken them out. Except for this guy. This guy somehow avoided it. That is actually my new favorite thing that we can do. That is fantastic. How long does it take to recharge, though? How long are we going to be waiting on that one? A while, it looks like. That's alright. Like, you pull that out at the right moment in battle, and you basically don't have to worry about half the things you're fighting. Is this our guy? Do we have a moment here? Oh no, this is a different place. These are just different people. Hey, what's up, dudes? What are y'all doing just hanging out down here? I forgot we went in a completely different direction across a bridge and all of that. That part I had completely escaped my mind. These are just like some random then footpads just kind of hanging out and having a good time. So then we just roll up and start hitting them with fire and air. Are we the baddies? No, because they're objectively the bad guys. You can tell because they're wearing like weird masks and are just comporting themselves in a menacing manner. Therefore, we're objectively the good guys. Also, they have red bars above their head. If you ever wondered in real life whether or not someone's a good or bad guy, look for red bars above their head. I see things like that all the time. I assume that's normal, right? When you folks go out and about and just are living your lives, do you see like nameplates above people's heads? What about clocks ticking down? Like you folks see that too, right? That's not just a me thing. Like when you're walking down the street, you'll notice like an older man, he starts coughing and you look over and you notice his clock is like draining much faster than everyone else's, and you realize that, oh, something just changed, he's not going to be with us much longer. Everyone else sees those, yeah? What about the voices? Do you guys all hear the voices, like the whispers? Like when you're about to walk in someplace and you suddenly hear in your ear like, and you're like, oh, I shouldn't go in there today. Today is not the day to go in there. That's something everyone experiences, right? Just asking for clarification on the matter. Look at the spiders go, man. They're just not going to be with us much longer. Could I pull one of them out? Oh, I can! If I wanted to, I could pull them out and just fight them down here in the ground. Oh, it does make it look easy, doesn't it? Thank you for noticing, Jill. Thank you for noticing. I don't know. There's a thing about JRPGs, and I'm sure that this is probably not true of this game, but I'm so conditioned to, if you're in an area and there are enemies, you need to fight them, or when you get to the next like area, you're going to be severely underleveled, because you fool, you didn't realize that those guys were necessary to fight. You were expected to go fight all of those guys. You gotta do that. This is a fallen ruin, so the fallen were, I guess, the advanced civilization. I've not really, acknowledged that it could be the case that these are aliens. That could be the case. Maybe we're aliens. Maybe we're the fallen. Maybe we came here from another world, and then something happened that caused society to collapse, and now we're just sort of like the remnant who are living in these ruins, and we don't really understand the world that we're living in. I'm waiting. I'm ready for anything. It's a Final Fantasy game. Literally any of these things could be true. Okay, you know what, pal? Here's what I think about this. There you go. Are they going to keep getting attacked by the... It looks like the tornado is still attacking them. And we're also standing in the midst of the tornado. It's a bit of a mess right now. I can't actually see what's happening. Oh, good. It cleared up at just the right time. So this isn't a wyvern. It's just a wyver. It's a wyvern that's lost the N at the end of its name. I don't even know what I did just then. I have no clue. The screen got real interesting looking for a moment, and then it was just on the ground, staggered. Did I, do a parry, and then that went into a stagger, and the game got confused for a minute on what to, award me or tell me? It didn't even try to communicate what happened. That was a parry. That's what that looks like. I feel like parries are the way to go. I feel like if you can really get the timing on a parry down, you get a moment to just really hammer into them for a lot of damage, and really, you can bring that stagger gauge right on down. So that's definitely the approach, I think. But that requires timing beyond what my elderly, aging grandpuff brain is capable of comprehending. Hello there, you. How are you doing?
You there! Over here!
I'll hear you out. What is your side quest?
Excuse me, I'll use that blade of yours. Ugh, curse my luck. I'm branded. No time to haggle with whoever holds your leash. Wait. That's the slumbering chocobo you're wearing. You and the Marfors, are you? Good. She won't begrudge me the use of you, then. Well, there's wolves about. We tried dealing with them ourselves. Made out baked, think we might swoop in and slaughter the lot. But we didn't expect the pack to be quite so bloody big.
I expect the blight drove them here. They must have fled their homes for greener pastures.
We'd hoped empty bellies might make them easy prey. We'd made them mean instead. Martha's no fool, so she must see something in you. Do us a favor and get rid of them, will you?
Sure.
All right. I suppose those wolves pose a threat to everyone.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. I'd wager the greedy bastards are still over yonder, finishing off our bait. When you've seen to every last one of them, go and speak to my friend over the bridge. Bryce, his name is. He'll want to know if it's safe to come across. All right, off you go then.
Yeah, alright, pal, thank you. I'll prioritize your quests. It's just a bit of wolves. If there are wolves over here, we were gonna fight them anyway. So, it's... This takes nothing. This takes absolutely nothing. This was gonna happen no matter what. You know what? Come here, fellas. Check this out. This feels like it's overpowered. This feels late game, like we should not have this right now. Can I, like, pull this guy over and into it? Yes, I can. Come here, you. I can pull guys from... I can pull guys from outside of the tornado into the tornado by just standing in the middle of it and using Deadly Embrace. Oh, man. And then they're all just, like, laid out here for me to do things like this. Best ability. Absolutely best ability. There was...
Let him know the road's safe.
Yeah, no, hold on. There was an ability similar to this that was for fire. Not similar in the fact that it was, like, just the same thing but a fire tornado, but, like, similarly expensive. What does this one do? Summon a massive pillar of fire that burns all enemies caught within its flames while also partially restoring Clive's HP. No, I take it back. No, that is actually incredible, too. Slightly more expensive. We're not going to have that one for a while, but that's the next thing we're getting. To heck with upgrading any of these other abilities, I want this big one here, because that sounds just incredible. So I guess what we need to focus on now is fighting every crab that we see, and every single individual little monster. See, we've got to go this way and fight whatever that guy is. He's having a bit of a day right now. Yeah, see, this is like a whole big region down here that we're going to have to go poke around in. Because well, I mean, maybe we should go finish the quest first. And we'll get some points for that. But we've got to work our way up to getting the big fire wall, because that sounds like it's going to be incredible as well. What is this? Is this the fella? Hi there, fella. Vexed villager, you say, eh?
You, Bryce?
What's it to you, bearer?
Your friend asked me to get rid of the wolves. So I got rid of the wolves.
You'd have me believe a single bearer slew the entire pack. Then again, if you didn't, you wouldn't be on this side of the bridge. Bugger me, you're a tough one, aren't you? Oh, Frederick! You wily bastard. I'd never thought to pit beast against beast like that.
I get the title of the quest now.
Be sure to pass our thanks to your master.
Alright, thanks, buddy. This screen, I feel like, is up for way too long. And it's just awkward and quiet while it's being displayed. Now we're gonna go fight the giant troll. Again, nothing to do with the main quest. It's just, it's an obligation right now. If we want to have giant pillar of flame, at some point you have to go fight. I see what the downsides of these things are, right? It's because they take so much longer to recharge. So you probably don't want most of your ability stack to be things that take a really long time to recharge when you're fighting a ton of smaller enemies, or even one big one. But actually, no, I take it back. With a lot of smaller enemies, like, that's perfect. That's exactly what these abilities are made for. I'm gonna kill everything that's, like, little out here before I go try to fight the giant. Was that a minotaur? It looked similar to the minotaurs we fought before. It could be. That or giant troll or whatever the heck that guy is. But as you can see, this ability is already recharged. This one still hasn't from when we used it on the wolves. So I can understand why you wouldn't want a majority of your abilities to be like that. But a lot of these things can be upgraded later on. I don't know if that makes them recharge faster. It'd be great if it did. Okay, yeah, it is a minotaur. We fought them before. Is he already, like, aggro on us? Doesn't appear to be. Okay, let's put that off then. Oh, it's these little guys. See, if I wasn't about to go fight a minotaur, and if I didn't care about seeing how well our tornado ability is stacked up against a minotaur, I'd be using this for... Oh, there's two minotaurs. Alright. Perfect parry right there. Now we know definitively when the screen does that, that's what's happening. So we gotta pick a minotaur right now. I think we're gonna take care of this one first because we saw him first. I'm assuming it's gonna be the same fight, though. Take this big guy. Oh, he doesn't seem quite as bothered by it. In fact, no, he's just completely leaving it. Okay, well now we know. Not as useful against the big guys. Actually kind of detrimental because it's hard to see what he's doing inside of the twister. It is damaging him, I'll give it that. But it's not quite the same. It's not quite the same. Just throwing that out there in the future. Definitely better against multiple smaller enemies. Almost useless here. Boy, I hope these guys aren't like friends, you know what I mean? I hope they don't like help each other out of tough scrapes and rush to each other's aid. It looks like he's just chilling out back there and not really paying a lot of attention to what's happening over here, which is hopefully how this stays. Oh, sir. I was in the middle of a move. You knew I couldn't get out of that. If we had big wall of fire, we could heal ourselves with it, which would be nice to have. I don't know what I have against using potions. I just have this thing in my mind where I think I'm going to run out of them when I really need them. But when I really need them is right now. Because if we die, then it doesn't matter if I have a bunch of potions left over in my inventory. I'm dead. But I also think that I might play better when I'm close to dying. Maybe I'm, like, more cautious. I mean, clearly that's not the case. I just think that when I have a whole lot of health, I'm more, like, carefree, more like gung-ho. To my own detriment. I should not have done this just now. I forgot that I had that... Somehow I forgot it would be the tornado ability. Not that it matters. There's no one down here we're going to be using that on again anyway. Because it's not super useful against these guys. So that was 3 briar clamshells. Nice. So we're going to go fight one more of these guys. And then we're going to hope wherever we're heading to up here has a place to buy more potions. Come on, big guy. Let's go. Okay, when you're in the middle of an attack, no matter how many times you hit the dodge button, surprisingly, the game will just not let you dodge. I know, that's bizarre, isn't it? When you're in the middle of an animation? Go figure. I think 7 Remake is like that too until you get a certain ability, maybe? I don't know. I've noticed that I'm like being the wind-up for to do something in combat, and the game says like, no, you've been bitten, you can't do it. And it's infuriating, and I think I remember that from the last 2 times I played the game. I'm also pretty sure you get the ability later on. Maybe it's something you add. You know what? It's probably a piece of materia or something. I'm still in like the very early stages of that game. I'm replaying it again on the Steam Deck, and it's been a lot of fun. What could this possibly be? This is a lovely little shack. There's like nothing here except for whatever this is. Okay. Briar clamshells, just the 6 of those. Is there no other reason for this little building to exist? There's nothing in here. Oh, there's a little bit of loot. This is very odd. I wonder if we're going to come back. Oh, goblin coin. I bet you we're going to come back here later for like a side quest or something. Because I can't figure out. There's not even bad guys here. There's nothing to fight. There's nothing to see. You collect a goblin coin and then you just go on your way. There's 100% going to be a quest where some kid runs away from home and is hanging out down here. We're going to go to rescue him. And they're going to be getting attacked by a goblin or something ridiculous like that. And then we're going to try to save them, but they'll be killed by the goblin. And then we'll just bring back the goblin head and say something like, I couldn't save your child. I did what I could. And just throw the goblin head down. They're like, well, the boy were a bearer anyway, so it's no great loss. The bearers are terrible and I hate them. Nyah. And then Clive will be like, you're awful. Because I guess he's Batman now is what I've decided. Even though it has never sounded like that at any point in the game. You're a terrible mother. And we're going to drag them down there and hand them over to the goblin men. It's a real bizarre side quest I've envisioned. There's a reason I'm not hired to write these quests. Although I mean, if that turns out being anything like that, then I'm going to need like some residuals. Because clearly they got the idea from me in the past and brought it into the future, or the other way around, something like that, I'm guessing. This is not the place we saw earlier. Remember when we were way back yonder, we could look out on the horizon and see like a whole town? This just looks like a wee village. I like it. It's cool. There's lots of windmills. Windmills are fun. You don't see windmills a lot. Unless you're out in, you know, North or West Texas.
Murdoch when I was young. This area seemed a very different place back then.
Well, it was. That was before it was taken over by the Empire and became kind of worse. So it's very well spotted. Can we get inside of this thing? Can't even climb up there. What have we going on here? All right. Well, this place is lovely. I guess we're going to carry on, though. Not much to find. We've just stolen these people's goods. Again, if you're leaving it in a rickety wooden chest outside, you clearly don't actually care about it. So it's going to be much better off with me. Can we see that big city from here? I don't know what direction I would need to look in. I feel like it was back the other way. I think we're actually heading in the opposite direction of where we need to reach the big city.
Quiet, isn't it?
Yes.
Too quiet.
You're Clive Rossfield.
Hey now. You gotta be careful with that name.
It's me, Hannah, Rodney Murdoch's wife.
Oh!
Lady Hannah.
Oh, I knew it was you. You haven't changed at all.
That's objectively false.
Lord Marquis and Jill too. It's so good to see you both again.
It's good to see you too, Lady Hannah.
If you have time, you simply must come back to the house. I haven't much to offer, but what is mine is yours.
We should be delighted.
Nice to have a familiar face. Do you sell potions? I need some. Can you give me
You
a
have been
bag
wandering
expansion?
the world ever since. I can well understand fleeing from those iron blood brutes, but oh, to take to the road at such a tender age.
Dude, why is she kind of fine though?
It wasn't easy, but we survived, and
And now we're back. It's wonderful to see you safe and well, Lady Hannah. Do you think you will stay here, in Eastpool? Rosalith still enjoys the Mother Crystal's blessing, does it not? You could always move.
This house holds a lot of memories for me. So long as I can live here in peace, here I shall stay. Not that it matters. The capital is closed to civilians, by order of the Duchess. Or should I say, Her Imperial Majesty. Annabella's marriage to the Emperor of Sambrec heralded a great many changes here.
yes, of course.
Oh, forgive me. I didn't mean to...
Please, there is nothing to forgive. Would my mother not make an exception for you and your husband? Surely she would not refuse the Lord Commander.
You haven't heard, then. Rodney passed away on the night of the fire. He never returned from Phoenix Gate.
I'm sorry.
Clive.
My poor child. You look pale. All this traveling must have taken its toll. I insist you rest. We can talk later.
Are you sure you don't want to sleep inside?
I can't. Not after what I did.
Lady Hannah said she would prepare a change of clothes for you in the morning. She really has been very kind.
Years of killing. 13 years without the faintest glimmer of hope. It was only Joshua that kept me going. I swore that I would avenge his death. That I would kill his killer. That was the only thing that gave my life any meaning. But if it was me who killed Joshua and Murdoch and all the others, then why the hell am I still breathing?
I ask myself the same. When I fought, hundreds died. There were so many bodies, so many lives cut short in their prime. That day in Dalmacia, I wanted to join them. I wanted it all to end. I couldn't bear it anymore. If living meant being that, better to be just another body.
They're bonding over their shared trauma.
I'm sorry.
Do you remember that night on the balcony, when we looked up at the moon? I said a prayer to Metia, and that prayer was answered.
That was smooth.
You came back to me. The heavens must have a plan for us.
Is she going in for a kiss? I can't tell. I feel like that was the 80 and she was waiting for you to go the other 20, brother, and you just kind of stared at her.
Get some rest.
Right.
You gotta learn to read the signs, man.
Good night, Clive.
You could be having a completely different kind of night right now.
Sleep well.
God, Ifrit for brains, this guy. Jills are wasted on the wrong Clives, you know what I mean? Is there going to be a twist that
Thank you.
the dog is actually like a person
Now people will not
or
fear the sight of me.
a supernatural being?
You look just like Elwyn did when he was your age.
How did you come to have some of my father's old clothes?
Oh my gosh, look at us!
Oh, before Elwyn became Archduke, our families would often summer together. He and Rodney were like brothers. These clothes have been in a wardrobe for years, collecting cobwebs along with everything else.
Well, I'm very grateful for them. And sorry for depriving you of your memories.
Not at all. It's what your father would have wanted.
They suit you well. Thank you, Lady Hannah.
Yes, thank you. You've been most kind.
No, I should thank you. It may only have been for a short while, but seeing you again took me back to happier times. Fare you well, my lord and lady.
And you, Lady Hannah.
Hey, don't mention you saw us here. If you don't mind keeping that to yourself. Oh, I'm sorry, wait, hold on. We just got like a ton of stuff.
North, it should take us all the way to Phoenix Gate.
Yeah, that sounds like
Let's
a
go.
plan. Let's have a look at our map, though, real quick. Did we also just get, like, a new sword, or was that my imagination? It kind of looked like that was implied here. So what have we got? We do! Okay. Currently equipped. Never mind, I take... No, yeah, okay, so we've already swapped it out. It is better than the Gaia blade that we had. So imagine if we can get this thing upgraded. And then what else did we get? It kind of looked like we also got maybe, like, a new belt? Yeah? See, the game did a good job. It was like, we're going to automatically equip some new stuff, but you're going to like it because it's going to be better than what you had. What's all this nonsense, then? What is this? Increases aerial combo damage. What do I currently have equipped? What are all of these? I'm sorry? What increased Scarlet Cyclone damage, increased Heatwave damage, increased the Rising Flame. Okay, that's fun. Lots of stuff here. I'm not really interested in swapping any of this out right now. I'll have to go through it all and kind of inspect it. But then in terms of abilities, 500. We're so far away. We're so far away from getting that next big item that we want to get. But let's see. There's no side quests to do around here. I'm going to do a loop of the town, though. Just have like a look around. Really just burn this place into my memory so I'll remember it in the future. Look at that. Nice stack of wood. Nice stack of hay. Nice stack of nonsense. And then, oh my goodness, that's what we're really looking for right there. Just some goblin coin. If we ever find like a goblin shop, I'm sure that'll all come in handy. What's up, villager?
Where are you off to then? Or hasn't your master told you? Either way, I expect our humble village ain't your final destination. Not to say it didn't have its charms. Take that tower. Relic of the Fallen it is. Must have stood there 1,000 years. And in all that time, no one's ever been inside. Mysterious, eh?
Are you suggesting that I should go inside of the Fallen Tower? Because I would love to, if the game would allow it. But I don't think the game's going to let me.
I'm selling.
Okay, buddy, that's good to know. So first thing we want to do is, oh, look at that, 11,000 for this one. The Breath of Wind, Rook's Gambit. Wait, reduces Rook's Gambit cooldown time by 2.7 seconds. I didn't know we could get items that lowered the cooldown. That's actually pretty solid. But we don't use Rook's Gambit, so it's not super useful. I can come back here in the future if I want to. Oh, look, an even more expensive orchestral roll. This is insane. Get out of here. Potions, though. Yeah, stock me up on those. Desperately need more of those. Is that the max? This is where we're going to end up spending all of our money on in the course of this game. And then we can sell some stuff. Like, I don't think I need the broadsword anymore, or the bastard sword. I could probably go ahead and sell the guy. I mean, is there really a reason to use one of these over the other? It's not like either of them offers any unique abilities. It really does seem like as long as the stats are bigger, that's the better weapon. So I'm going to go ahead and sell that, because I don't think I need it anymore. And then, I don't know. See, that's the thing about these, is I'm not really sure if they offer anything useful other than just stat boosts. It doesn't appear like they do, so I could go ahead and probably, making terrible mistakes right now, selling all of this stuff without fully understanding the implications of my actions. We'll do the same here. Again, we're just going to very boldly sell both of these items. And I'm not going to sell any of these, because these might come in handy. And then, yeah, we can sell things like the Dragon's Talon, the Minotaur Mane, Imperial Linkage, and all that stuff, but we're going to hold on to it. Out of curiosity, what is the value of a Sharp Claw? A Sharp Fang, I should say. Not a lot, but we have a lot of them. We can sell all of them for quite a good bit of scratch, but what if I need them for something in the future? I don't know what. I have no idea what I would need them for. If I sold them all, we might be able to afford a song roll. But to what end? Also, what awaits us up here? So we're going through the Dim, which is a... I mean, that could be a good insult, but I'm not sure who you would direct it towards.
You? Those are Elwyn's. By the flames. You're his firstborn. Clive Rosfield.
People need to stop just saying those things out loud.
Oh, you can't fool me, my lord. You're the very image of your father. And that would be true even if you weren't wearing his clothes. The self-same garments Hannah was keeping for you, if I'm not mistaken. She always swore that she would never part with them until the day Elwyn's sons returned. And now that day has come. Why, you'll be able to take your bearers back as well.
My bearers.
Do we have our own, like, private army of bearers? That would be fantastic. I mean, we'll send them all to, like, Sid or whatever, but...
Forgive me, Master Mayor. I was a child when last I came to Eastpool. I didn't recognize you.
Oh, I'd be surprised if you recognized anything at all. Much has changed since Rosaria fell to the Empire. Not least for the bearers. who once served her noble families. When the Ironbloods sacked Rosalith 13 years back, many who lost their masters fled here in search of sanctuary.
And never returned.
Aye. The plan was to send them home once we'd won back the capital. But then the Imperials arrived. Rosaria became a province of Sanbreque. The duchy was dissolved, and they no longer had any home to return to. Back in your father's day, any bearer who lost their master became a ward of the duchy. We'd hand them over to the sheriffs, and they'd be assigned a new position. But when we saw how the Empire treated their branded, we knew that wasn't an option. So they've been here ever since.
It's time to train them for
Now you want
war.
to give them to me.
They're yours by right, Lord Rosfield. Bequeathed you by your late father. And they'd be better off serving you than hiding here. Indeed, many of them used to serve your house, and still considered the Rosfields their masters.
I'm no one's master. Not anymore. They wouldn't be safe with me.
I understand. You'll forgive an old man his fanciful notions. Been daydreaming for too long. But still, I would ask a favor of you. A small mercy.
If it is within my power.
One of the bearers is an elderly fellow who still swears absolute loyalty to Archduke Elwyn. I don't ask that you take him into your service, only that you meet with him. Let him see that Elwyn's son still lives, and that he's as fine a man as his father ever was.
It would be my honor.
Thank you, my lord. He sits by the well most days, watching the people go about their business. If you could show him your face, I would be most grateful.
I like the sound of this old feller. We'll go have a chat with him. I mean, it seems like we have to anyway. It seems like it's going to be part of the main quest.
Fine a man as my
They're
father.
literally not going to let me leave this
You're
place
not so
until we
very
do it.
different, you know. Especially dressed like that. Come on, let's go and meet that bearer.
Who knows? He might end up being like a wizard or something. Maybe he joins us on our adventures. Did he fall into the well? I certainly don't see him by the well.
He's not here.
Well observed, Jill. Thank you.
Well, I can't leave without meeting him. I've let the mayor down once already. It would be cruel to disappoint him again.
All right, let's ask around. Someone must have seen him.
Let's inspect his footprints and follow him. Is that too much of a Zeno sort of situation? Howdy there.
Well now, unfamiliar faces. What brings you to Eastpool, travellers?
We're looking for an elderly bearer. You wouldn't happen to have seen him, would you?
Ah, you mean the old boy who always waits by the well?
Yes, that's him.
What business do you have with him, if you don't mind me asking? You're not from the capital too, are you?
We are, in a way.
Well then, it's a pleasure to meet a fellow Rosalithian. I was born and raised down Market Street, and never would have left if Archduke Elwyn had survived the fire. It wasn't the same when the Duchess took over, though. All the beatings, the evictions, the levies going up and up and up, even as the blight took half the harvest. Oh, listen to me, telling you what you already know. I'm sorry. And I'm afraid I can't help you with your bearer either, though I doubt he'll have gone far. He comes here every day, almost as if he's waiting for something.
We'll keep asking around then. Thank you.
My lights are starting to get to me. They're just burning my retinas right now. Hi there, you.
Good day, milady. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a bearer, an elderly fellow who used to serve the Rosfields. Have you seen him?
Ah, that old loon. No sign of him today.
Well, that's just mean.
Funny, he's usually down by the well at this hour, cooking up his fantasy feasts.
I'm sorry.
Oh, he worked in the kitchens at Rosalith Castle back in the day. Still thinks he's there now. You'd often hear the poor fool chatting away to the Archduke. Living in a dream he is. But better there than here, I suppose. Can't imagine the Viceroy stopping to trade tales with a bearer. Can you?
No.
Anyway, you'll be round here somewhere. Doubt he has the puff to stray too far.
Thank you. We'll keep looking.
He's already dead. That's why he didn't come to the well today. What else would have kept him from here? That's odd.
Hey, hold on a mo. Young Patrick, the chocobo keeper, might know where he is. He's taken the old bird under his wing, so to speak. He'll be in the stables. You should go and have a word with him.
Patrick the Chocobo Keeper. Thank you. We will.
See, I thought the guy was just gonna have a weird, like, stare-off screen for a minute, and then nothing would come of it. So I appreciate that he did actually give us some direction.
To keep up the pretense. Come on, let's head for the stables.
Absolutely. And did we go through here already? Maybe we passed through. You know what? We passed through here as part of a cutscene. That's why I don't recognize any of it. Is there anything to be gleaned from back here? I understand this is not the way we're supposed to be traveling. But we've not been back here before, which suggests to me, yes, we have, because I tried to go up there earlier. Never mind, I take it all back. It was all wrong and a mistake. Yeah, no, we've been across here before. I remember this fella. What is he looking at? Oh, he's a troubled youth. Did the old man try to, like, throw himself off the edge or something? What's the situation?
Where the bloody hell's he got to?
Excuse me, but is something the matter?
It's this bearer I've been minding. I take my eyes off him for 1 minute and he disappears. He's not in his usual spot by the well, nor anywhere else in the village.
You must be Patrick.
I am, but...
And this bearer you're looking for, he's an elderly man who used to work in the Rosalith Castle kitchens, yes?
That's the fella. How do you know all this? I've never seen you in Eastpool before, but you seem to know the place better than I do myself. Ah, so that's how it is. Well then, if you're acting under orders of the mayor, you're on about to help me find him. He's been losing what little sense he had left of late, saying the sheriffs are coming to collect him and that he needs to go back to the castle.
Oh dear.
I was supposed to watch over him, keep him out of trouble. But if he's walked out on us, there's not a lot I can do.
Understood. You keep searching here, we'll look for him outside.
Thank you. I'm in your debt.
I hope he hasn't wandered into trouble.
No, it looks like he's just wandered into this field back here. Okay, is this eventually going to lead us back down there to that little house? Like, the implication is that he's over here, but we're just going to find evidence that he was here at one point. And eventually it's all going to lead down there where we're going to find him being harassed by goblins.
Could he have strayed even further?
Oh, wait a minute. Was this here all along? Wait a minute. Was there a mountain trail back here earlier that I just didn't go down? Or is this, like, recently opened up? I feel like if I'd known this was here, I would have walked down this trail so that I could collect whatever was down here and fight whatever was waiting for me. Probably another minotaur or possibly wolves and living plants. This guy really went on a journey. For an old-timer who can't get around much, he really did get around much.
There's someone over there.
It might be him. We should hurry.
Yes, let's stop and discuss it first.
Company.
You've got to be kidding me right now.
I can't lead them to the old man. They need to die.
Agreed.
This is getting ridiculous. Yeah, there was only one way we were ever going to deal with this situation. It was this. I like that they kind of bob up and down. That's fun. I like the new enemies approaching. We got to suck them into here, then. Come here, you. Yep, into there you go. Oh, darn it, it's done. That is unfortunate. And there's a lot of them as well. Does the old timer have like a health bar we're supposed to be keeping an eye on? Are these guys are they gonna try to slip past us and attack him, and we have to defend him? That's like an old school game thing. I love that sort of thing. Hold on. I'm glad that's not what's happening right now, to be clear. I'm just saying it would have been quite funny if that were the case. Yeah. Come on, let's go. Get off my screen. Oh good, more sharp fangs. Just building up that collection. Did he not even notice any of that happening? I just unleashed a whirlwind behind him and fire, and he does not care. Whatever.
Are you all right, my friend? Come on. Let's go home.
Your Grace, you came for me. I waited for you so long, but you finally came.
I'm not who you think.
Clive.
Yes. Pray forgive my long delay.
It's nothing, Your Grace. I prayed to the Founder that you would come, and at long last, he answered. Will we be returning to the castle, then? There is still a place for me in the kitchens?
No, my friend. We will not be returning to the castle, not yet. I'm on a very important expedition, one which may take some time. Could you wait for me in Eastpool until my journey is complete? I will come back for you then. I promise.
Of course, Your Grace. For you, I would gladly wait until my dying day.
That's how this ends. That's 100% how this ends. We do come back here and he is dead. That or we just forget all about this in the future.
Thank you, both of you. You've been most kind. The memory of serving the late Archduke was as one light in the darkness, and now that light burns a little more brightly. It's nothing but a fantasy, of course, but it's better than the truth of the matter. A damn sight better. The blight is on our doorstep. Our harvests are failing. The people are leaving in droves. If it weren't for Lady Hannah selling half her worldly goods to provide for the few of us who stayed behind, we would long since have starved. We want to keep the bearers safe here, we really do. But unless a miracle happens, we won't be able to spare a crust of bread to share between them soon enough.
Is it really that bad?
So bad, I even petitioned the Imperial garrison to take them. But when they found out where they'd come from, they damn near spat in our faces. Ducal dogs, they called them. Enemies of the Empire.
I know a man named Sid, who would gladly give a home to any bearer in need of one. Leave this with me. As soon as I return from Phoenix Gate, I'll speak with him.
Thank you, my lord. Will you be passing through Eastpool on your way back? I should very much like to speak with you again, if you have the time, regarding the future of the village, and what might be done for Lady Hannah. After all she's done for us.
Yes, I'll be back anon.
Fare you well, my lord, my lady. I wish you a safe journey.
I feel like we are going to pass back through here and the whole town is going to be in ruins and on fire and everyone will be dead. I just feel like the way that this game has gone so far, that's exactly the sort of thing that is going to happen. We're going to return here after our little adventure and it's just going to all be in flames and everyone is going to be gone. We're going to find that what's left of that old guy and he's going to be like, "You came back for me, my lord." And then those will be his final words. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it at all. Other than, like, I'm looking forward to that happening and me being right about it.
The Deadlands are
that's
aptly named.
I didn't realize they were this close.
No wonder their crops are failing. The blight is leaching the ether from the soil.
Oh
when the last drop is drained, their fields will turn to this. No plants, No animals. No life.
And no monsters. I suppose that's one small mercy.
Is that the game's subtle way of telling me, hey, there's no use in running around and trying to explore every corner of this? Because it's just going to be a ruined wasteland, and I'm just doing it anyway? What's this?
Another relic of the fallen.
Is this the big tower? Can I get in here? Okay. At some point in the game, we're going to get some kind of blue ring. We have to put it on our finger and kiss it, and it'll open this door, something ridiculous like that. And then we'll go in there and we'll find out the truth that, yes, we're all actually living in a simulation or something like that. The game's not gotten weird yet. It's a Final Fantasy game. It's going to get weird at some point. Everything's fine and above board at the moment, but it's going to go into the depths soon enough.
As if the absence of ether didn't cause enough problems.
Take away the lad's life force, and problems are all that's left.
I don't know, this place isn't so bad. In terms of just like staying focused and pursuing a singular goal.
Like before the blight took it.
I remember. It was beautiful.
It's very hard to get distracted in here, and I appreciate that. We're just staying on target. We got a potion and a high potion, which means we're about to fight something. I know how video games work. The dim obelisk. Yeah, here it comes. I don't know what it's going to be, but we're going to have to fight it.
There it is. Phoenix Gate. Where it all went wrong.
Come on, Clive. It's time to discover the truth.
But what if we can't handle the truth? Have you considered that yet? That's a big long fade to black. Oh, we're back on the map screen. We have not been back on the map screen in ages. Wow, and we can go back to all of these places now if we wanted to. I'm actually curious to stop in at the hideaway, just to kind of see whether or not... I'm assuming if there's quests to do there, there's bound to be a way to find out on that main screen, right? So now that we're here, there's absolutely nothing to do here, and there was no reason to come back. Okay, well that's good to know. That doesn't matter, because that just leaves us having to go back to the world map again, which is where we were anyway. And we'll do that next time. Till then, thank you folks for watching. God bless you. I'll see you later. Bye!